Hello, how are you YouTube? How are you doing? My name is Will. I'm just shooting this video for you. I want you to share with you some of the things I read in this book. Look at this book. This book was written by Napoleon Hill, I think 1939. Sorry, 1938. It was written 1938. It was hand typed by a typewriter by Napoleon Hill. Must have taken him a lot of time, painstaking, and it was not published until after 1970. It was published because he couldn't believe what he was hearing, and in a sense he was afraid. Until he died and his wife died. I think his wife died in 1970, something like that. Before their relatives decided to publish this book. The things written on this book was very uncomfortable to the modern day persons, because there was a lot that this book talked about regarding outwitting the devil. So Napoleon Hill interviewed the devil, and the devil said a lot of things about our school system, the education system, hospitals, our scientific world, energy, atom, molecules, negative energy, positive energy, lightnings. It was frightening. And the devil said, I'm exposing things to you. The man was so lucky for him to interview the devil. Now you may not believe it, that's okay. It's your choice. But it's there. And this is not an African man, this is a white man. So you wouldn't say that if it's an African, they believe in voodoo. This man was a white man. And the devil, some people might say it's fiction. Now, if it's fiction, let's assume that it's fiction. How would this man have known all this information about the school system, the church, and so many other things? Tools that the devil uses to paralyze and conquer people's mind, about drifters and non-drifters, about thinkers and non-thinkers. It's Park Jam. I would advise you to read it. Get a book and read it. I read it several years ago, and usually when I read a book, I study the book, so you will see notes all over the place, both notes in the book as well as notes outside the book. I usually keep a book that I put a note on all the books that I read. If it's filled, then I get another notebook. So how would he have known all this if this is not real? So, but you need to look at this book yourself and read it yourself. But one of the things I will just talk to you about today is, the devil says his mission is to penetrate the hearts of men and to weaken the hearts of men. And one of the tools that he uses, not the only tool, but one of the tools that he uses is fear. So he used fear to go and grip the mind of the person. And he said something very staggering. He said 98% of people are on his grip. He said only 2% that is in the grip of his opponent. The opponent he's talking about God the Father, His Son, and the Holy Spirit. It's only 2%. And he said he's determined to take the 2%. But at the moment, he only got 98%. And I am exempted from that 98%. I'm in the 2%. So he said he goes into the mind of people and he uses fear and make people to doubt themselves, make people to be afraid what is going to happen tomorrow, about the stock market, about jobs, about businesses, the breakdown of family, people just going through life, drifting. And he really spoke a lot. So I want to encourage you that your mind is the gateway to your life. And I think it was Brian Tracy that says the greatest enemy of mankind is fear. Fear. And then James Allen also said something. He said, the mind is like a garden. And like a garden, it needs for you to clear the weeds, for you to water the garden, put fertilizers, good soils, and plant seeds, fruits, vegetables, produce. He said, but if you do not plant good seed, if you are not intentional with regards to your garden, just like the mind, say weeds will grow. Weeds don't need any effort. Weeds will grow. And this place I am now, I have to clear it. Weeds will grow normally. So the mind is like that. He said the mind is like the garden. If you are not intentional with regards to your goals, your decisions in life, what you want in life, and take the steps and take away all the weeds by the books you read, by the tapes and DVDs you listen to, the programs you program your mind with. He said weeds will grow. That is why people today, they are miserable, they are unhappy, they are going down the revolving door, they are not moving forward, they can't see a way out because they have no plan to make sure their garden is cleared, that their life is cultivated for productivity. So the devil says he goes into the mind and his ultimate aim is to take all over the mind of a person. So first of all, he introduced fear. Tomorrow I'm going to talk to you about other things that he does as well. But one of the tools, the first tool he uses is fear. And he used that tools on different platforms, whether it's religion, whether it is education, whether it's in the health sector, he uses that fear. So I'm going to talk to you about other tools that he uses. Fear, it's an enemy. And I know some people believe that the devil doesn't exist. And he also said, he does not want people to believe that he exists. He said, because if people believe that he exists, usually when a person believes, then they begin to find out and begin to make their research and begin to ask questions. He said he doesn't want that. He wants people to live in ignorance. And there is a place in the old scripts, the ancient script, the Bible, it says in 2 Timothy chapter 1 verse 7, it says God has not given us the spirit of bondage again to fear, but of love and of power and of sound mind. So the fear is the spirit. Fear is not of God. I'm not talking about your normal day-to-day fear where you are cautious. not to step into the road without looking left or right. I'm not talking about that one. Those are normal day-to-day cautiousness. Or where you a car that is moving and you're inside the car, you don't want to open the door and come out because you know you're just going to get killed or injured. I'm not talking about this type of cautiousness, day-to-day carefulness. I'm talking about fear. When it grips you, you will know. When it grips you, worry, anxiousness comes from this kind of fear. See, that's what it does. He uses it as a tool, one of his tools. So I'm going to speak to you tomorrow. You look after yourself. But realize this, that you're in a battle every day. He's trying to take your mind. And then he has taken a lot of people's mind. He said, but the non-drifters, the thinkers, those are the people that he has not been able to take their mind. Fear not. Fear not. Give your heart to God. Talk to him about your life. Give your life to Christ. He's the only one that can really, really help you. He's the only one that came, died, and conquered the devil. He can help you. He came that you may have life and have it more abundantly. For this purpose, the Son of God came to destroy the works of darkness, the works of the devil. So I want to wish you all the best. You stay strong. This is well. Bye-bye.